For Melania Trump, a standing ovation at the Capitol on her husband's big night. He now finds himself in a storm of controversy as a porn star's PR push lands her on a late-night couch after a report the president's attorney gave 6 figures to Stormy Daniels to keep an alleged affair quiet.
Does this at all seem familiar to you? Tidy-whities?
The appearance comes after the Wall Street Journal reported Daniels received hush money right before the election to keep under wraps a supposed sexual relationship with Donald Trump in 2006. Those allegations of an affair denied by the president's longtime lawyer and denied by Daniels herself in this signed statement. But
the signature on the original statement does not match the signature on this statement.
Daniels playing it coy.
Did you sign this letter that was released today?
I don't know, did I? I do not know where.
You did not know where it came from.
The alleged encounters with Donald Trump reportedly happened not long after the president's wife, Melania Trump, had given birth to the couple's son. The First Lady's office pushing back strongly on reports she's angry with her husband, saying the laundry list of salacious and flat-out false reporting about Mrs. Trump by tabloid publications and TV shows has seeped into mainstream media. Her office says Melania Trump is focusing instead on her role as First Lady, a role that includes hosting guests at the State of the Union. In a break from tradition, the First Lady accompanied them to the Capitol before her husband arrived. The two returning to the White House together. Hallie Jackson, NBC News, the White House.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.